how to read a lot of values from Excel and how to write a lot of values to Excel using Python. And by saying a lot of values, I mean, for example, horizontal vectors, horizontal values, I mean horizontal arrays, vertical vectors, and matrices, and so on. And along the way, you will learn a lot of things that you can use in order to work with Excel using Python. So let's talk about how to read and write many values into Excel. So let's take an example. So first of all, I want to import xlwings. And by the way, I'm using Python console for this video. I want to import xlwings, which is a package in Python. And maybe you ask why it is called xlwings. Because it is xlwings, because it gives some wings to Excel. It is giving it some features, some capabilities to Excel by integrating Python and Excel together. So I want to import xlwings as xw, and maybe you ask why as xw? Because this is an alias name. We want to, instead of this full name, we want to use a shorter name, like for example xw. And from now on, we are going to call it, instead of this full name, using this shorter name. So I press enter. So as you can see, we have imported xlwings as xw. So I want to work with that xlwings package. So I simply type xw, means xlwings, and I want to create a workbook. And by the way, these terminologies, workbook, worksheets, and these kinds of things come from Excel, because as you know, in Excel, each of those Excel files are called workbook. So I want to create a brand new workbook. And maybe ask, can I, for example, read one of my Excel files that I already have in my computer? Yes, you can. We have talked about this in previous videos. But in this video, we want to, for example, create a brand new empty workbook. So that's why we are not passing anything to this this class. And after that, after creating that workbook, we want to store that in a variable, for example, named WB. This name is totally arbitrary, but WB stands for, in my mind, it stands for workbook. That's why I'm using this name. And I press enter. So after that, it is going to open an Excel file, and I want to put that Excel file on the right and my code editor on the left. So let's see that. But as you know, in Excel, each workbook has many sheets. Can have many sheets. So we should specify which sheet we are working with. So from that workbook, which we have created, it probably has some sheets, and we want to work with the sheet at index 0. And maybe ask why 0? Because Python starts counting at 0. We humans start counting at 1, but Python starts counting at 0. So we are actually saying, I want to work with the first sheet, which is this one. And after that, after accessing that first sheet, you want to call it WS. And this name, in my mind, stands for worksheet. But again, these names are totally arbitrary. So I press enter. And this worksheet is this WS means worksheet. And now suppose that I want to store some values in A1 all the way up to C1. So let's do that. I can simply type from our worksheet dot range. It means that from that worksheet, I want to work with a range. And what is that range? For example, A1. And I want to type some stuff. I want to write some stuff in this A1 cell. So I simply type the value of A1 must be, if I pass only one value, for example, let's say 14.5, and if I press enter, you can see, yeah, we are passing one value to A1. But let's suppose that instead of one value, we want to pass a list of values. So let's see that. So here, I want to pass a list of values, for example, 1, 2, and 3. If I press enter, you can see it is going to store each of those values, the first one in A1, the second one in B1, the third one in C1, because we have 3 values. And maybe you ask, how can I? So yeah, maybe you say, okay, we have put all of these values horizontally, but how can we put these values vertically? So for doing that, you need to be aware of something called one-dimensional and two-dimensional arrays in Python. As you know, for example, a list is a one-dimensional vector, a one-dimensional thing. Maybe you ask why we are calling it one dimension. Because, for example, when we are talking about two-dimensional things like matrices, they have 2 dimensions. They have rows and columns. But when you are talking about lists, of course, lists, you cannot talk about, for example, row number or column number in lists, because in lists we don't have such a thing, like for example named rows and columns. So in a one-dimensional vector like list, we don't have anything like rows and columns. But for example, in some other data structures such as matrices, of course we do have rows and columns, because they are two-dimensional, rows and columns. So I want to import a package in Python named NumPy, which is a very famous package. I want to import NumPy as np, and then I simply type np.array because I want to create an array. And for example, if I pass, for example, a bunch of numbers, I don't know, for example, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be a one-dimensional array. But suppose that, and let me, for example, store that in a variable named, for example, x. And if I simply type x.shape, and if I press enter, you can see this is the shape of it. It has only one value. It has only 3 values. So it's a one-dimensional vector. It's a one-dimensional array. But let's suppose that I want to reshape this x into something vertical. So for doing so, I can simply type, okay, this whole thing, this array, which is now a one-dimensional vector, a one-dimensional array, I want to convert it into one column. How can we do so? It's so simple. We can use a method called reshape. We are going to reshape that array into a specific thing, into a specific shape. And what that specific shape is, that specific shape is, for example, we pass -1, 1. It means I don't care about the number of rows. I don't care about the number of rows, but it should be one column. I don't care about, so this -1 means I don't care about the number of rows, but it should be one column. So now, if I, for example, press enter, you can see this is our two-dimensional vector. As you can see, it has 2 dimensions. And you can tell that it's two-dimensional by counting the number of opening brackets here. As you can see, 1, 2 opening brackets in the beginning, so it is a two-dimensional thing. It's like matrices. So this is our matrix, and it has some rows. The first row is this one, the second row is this one, and this is the third row. And suppose that now we want to say from that worksheet, and by the way, let's clear all the stuff in our worksheet first. So let's see that. So as you can see, I've cleared all the stuff in our worksheet. And then I simply type from that worksheet, I want to work with a 1 range. And the value of it, I want to assign some stuff for the value of it. And what is that? That thing is going to be this thing that we have talked about, np.array. And for example, 1, 2, 3, but we want to reshape it into, I don't care about the rows, but it should be one column. So if I press enter, now you can see we have pasted all of those values vertically. Why? Because this thing here is a vertical thing itself. So because it is a vertical array, it is a two-dimensional vertical array. That's why when you are passing it to the value of a1, yes, it is going to paste those values vertically. But for example, once again, let's clear our worksheet. For example, here, if you say ws.array, ws.range and a1, and suppose that I want to store some stuff for the value of it, and if I simply type np.array and 1, 2, and 3 and dot reshape, again we want to reshape that into, for example, 1 row, and we don't care about the number of columns. So maybe you say, I didn't understand it, so let me explain better. So here, as you can see, this is an array, and we are reshaping it to 1 row, and we don't care about the number of columns. So if I press enter, you can see this is a two-dimensional array, but it is a horizontal thing. It means that this is like a matrix, and it has only 1 row. So as you can see, this is a matrix, and it has only 1 row. This is its first row, which is the only row that it has. And now we want to, okay, let's copy this. Let's copy this. And here we want to simply type ws.range and then a1.value. And I want to assign this thing to the value of that. And as you can see, yes, we have 1, 2, 3 for the values of A1, B1, and C1. Why? Because this thing itself that we are assigning to the value of A1 is horizontal. So that's why it is pasting it horizontally into A1, B1, and C1. But now let's talk about how to write many values, how to write matrices into Excel. I mean, two-dimensional things. First of all, we need to create a two-dimensional thing. We need to create a matrix. And after that, we need to store that into Excel. So in order to create matrices, there are a lot of ways that you can do so. But in my opinion, the easiest way is using NumPy. So I want to import NumPy as NP. And then I simply type np.array because you want to create an array. And as you know, array can have different dimensions. One-dimensional array, two-dimensional arrays, three-dimensional arrays, and so on. So I want to create an array. So I only open one parenthesis, and then only one, I mean the opening square bracket, and I press enter. And then I need to specify the rows. So the first row, for example, I want to consider these values for the first row, 1, 2, 3, and then I put a comma, and then I press enter. I go to the next row. So row number 2 is, for example, 4, 5, 6, and I put a comma and I press enter, and then I should specify the third row, 7, 8, 9. And after that, as you can see, these are our rows. So I press enter, and I should close this square bracket, which we have opened here. And then we should close this parenthesis, which we have opened here. And then let's store all of this in a variable, for example, named matrix, I don't know, A, for example. And I want to I press enter. So this is our matrix E. And if you want to see that, if I run this, you can see this is our matrix. It's a two-dimensional matrix. It's a two-dimensional array. And you can see that by saying matrix A.shape. And if I run this, as you can see, it's a 3x3 matrix. It's a 3x3 two-dimensional array. Because as you know, a two-dimensional array is a matrix. It has two dimensions, rows and columns. So now I want to say for that worksheet, I want to work with range A1, and for the value of it, I want to store the values of matrix A into that cell. And if I press enter, you can see now we have stored many values in Excel. And you can do some other stuff. For example, you can transpose those things and these kinds of things that we're going to talk about in future videos. But as you can see, we have written many values, even, for example, some two-dimensional things, some matrices in Excel. But now let's talk about how to read many values from Excel. I know it's simple, but there are some nitty-gritty details that you need to be aware of. For example, if I simply type for example, range, and suppose that I want to get the values from A1 all the way up to A3. So I simply pass A1 all the way up to A3. And if I get the value of it, by using .value, we get the value of it. But there is an important note. Here, if I press enter, you can see, yes, these are the values, 1, 4, 7, but it's a list. List means it's a one-dimensional vector. It's a one-dimensional array. And we will talk about, maybe ask, how can we, for example, convert that into a two-dimensional array? Because it is a vertical vector. How can we tell Python? How can we tell Python that it should consider whether it is a two-dimensional thing or not? We are going to talk about that later. Please wait a minute. But let's take another example. And after that example, we will talk about your question. So we simply type ws.range. And for example, this time, suppose that we want to get the values from A1 all the way up to C1. So we simply type A1 all the way up to C1. And then we want the value of those cells. And if I press enter, you can see we get the correct values, 1, 2, 3. But once again, as you can see, it's a list. It means a one-dimensional vector. So, but now maybe ask, okay, how can I convert these into two-dimensional things? So it's so simple. Again, you need to actually use this. For example, you want to say, I want to work with range A1 all the way up to A3. But before getting the value of it, I want to convert that. And for saying I want to convert that, you need to use a method called options. You want to have some options. You want to convert it to some other stuff. And one of those things is number of dimensions, and you want to pass 2. It means when you are getting the value of this, first of all, convert that into a two-dimensional array, a two-dimensional thing. And after that, I want to get the value of it. And if I press enter, you can see now we have a two-dimensional vector, not a vector, a two-dimensional array, a two-dimensional matrix. As you can see, here we have two opening square brackets, so it is obvious that it's a two-dimensional array. It's a two-dimensional thing. And here, this is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third row. And once again, if I simply type ws.range, and I want to get the values from A1 all the way up to C1, and I want to convert that into a two-dimensional thing in the number of dimensions equals to 2. So first of all, we get these values. And after that, we convert that into a two-dimensional thing. And after that, we get the value of it. And if I press enter, you can see we get this thing. Again, it's a two-dimensional thing. And actually, this is nested lists, but let's call it a thing. But it's a two-dimensional thing. And as you can see, it has only one row. And that row contains 3 numbers in it. 1, 2, 3. So this is how to read two-dimensional many values and convert them into two-dimensional values and these kinds of things. And also, it's very obvious that you can simply type, for example, ws.range, and I want to get the values from A1 all the way up to, for example, this is C3. So C3 dot value. And now, because it is already a two-dimensional thing, it is definitely going to return a two-dimensional thing. As you can see, it's a two-dimensional thing. And this is the first row, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the second row, 4, 5, 6. And the last row, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, that's it.